On the show today, we let you in on the fun with the Lady Flames softball team, and we sit down with Liberty's newest head coach.
Plus, I'll name the top 3 Liberty athletes of the week, and pitcher Adam Wainwright tells us about living out his faith in the big leagues. It's all ahead. Game On starts right now.
What is up? Welcome to a new edition of Game On, a new show, the same old faces you've grown to love. He's Rhett McGibbon, I'm Matt Warner. Thank you so much, as always, for tuning in.
Yeah, you know us, but do you know the newest Liberty head coach? We'll sit down with him in just a little bit. We kick off the show, though, first with the leading softball team in the Big South, the Liberty Flames. Flames entered this past weekend series with a perfect 9-0 record in Big South play, but they had not faced their nemesis and reigning Big South champ, the Longwood Lancers, yet. Let's take a little trip down Highway 460 for this one as the Flames visited Farmville. Flames would split the first 2 games of the series with the Lancers, setting up the deciding rubber match. Top of the second inning, Sarah Robertson up to the plate. She would double to center field, and then Via would advance Robertson with an infield single, and then McFarland. She would drive Robertson home for a 1-0 lead. Top of the 4th, Robertson back at it again. She would deliver a solo shot to left field, giving the Flames a 2-zip lead. Bottom of the 6th, Flames leading by a score of 2-1. Everything looks good, right? Martina, she'd reach first on a bunt single, and then moments later, Donovan. She would pull the ball to right field, getting it over the wall, giving the Lancers a 3-2 lead, and eventually the win. Longwood still proving they're the team to beat, winning the series 2-1. With the Flames losing their first Big South series of the season, didn't really change the standings an awful lot. Liberty remains atop the Big South with a 10-2 record. Immediately following them is Longwood, who is 1 game back. The middle of the pack is pretty close. Radford, Charleston Southern, and Gardner-Webb all crammed together. Overall, a lot of parity in the Big South this year, as any position in the standings still within striking distance.
Well, the Lady Flames have had plenty of success on the field this season. They've also had a whole lot of fun. So we decided to give you a special look behind the scenes with the program and let you experience some of these good times for yourself. So sit back and enjoy this mic'd up Liberty softball style.
Hi, this is Amber Bishop, and you're watching the Disney Channel. Oh, no. Oh, no. Are they still in slap?
Wait.
Hey, yo, Coach, where you want?
Coach Gaz.
Coach Gaz.
Where we at, Mom?
Coach Gaz. You throwing heat today or what? Oh, that was a little quick. That feels better. Finally need sunscreen. This is a good day. That was dirty, Coach. Starting with a changer. It's on today, girl. It is on. Curve burn on my finger. Here we go. I don't think so. I don't know. He has headphones on.
She just farted.
You can hear. That was baloney. Atta baby. Woo, baby. We should play a big game of Monkey in the Middle. What'd you say? My hips are dead. Here. Nice, on him. Good shot, Jack. Go, 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 go. Pick it up. Down. Good. Great job, Ben. Hey, drop. What the? What? This was not my fault. I have no idea. It's broken.
New.
I didn't do it.
It's like 3 days old.
Baba! I don't get anything, bro.
Give me my glove.
Go. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm really trying.
Carrots can make you orange.
I don't know why she needs carrots. Maybe she wants to be orange.
Is that a real thing?
If you eat too many carrots, you'll turn orange.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I feel like you're pulling one on me.
I'm literally not. If that's all you ate tomorrow, you would probably be orange tinged. I'll end on that.
We might need to fact check that whole carrot thing. I'm not so sure, but thank you to Matt Atkins for his work on that fun piece. Well, the softball team has been in first place basically all year. The Liberty baseball team had a chance to shake up the Big South standings a bit this past weekend as they traveled to first place Campbell. The Camels were 9-1 in conference play, but that was before Liberty came to town. The Flames would go on to steal 2 of 3 in this series. Some of the highlights for Liberty included Garrett Price taking a no-hitter into the 7th inning of Game 1. That was in his first appearance since taking a line drive off the face. Freshman Logan Matthew drove in 5 runs over the course of the 3 games as he continues to swing it well. And Jackson Birch was fantastic out of the bullpen in 2 games, good enough, in fact, to earn Big South Relief Pitcher of the Week honors. All in all, the series victory helps the Flames keep them squarely in the race for the Big South regular season title. How about a look at those Big South standings? You ask, we deliver. Campbell, High Point now tied atop the conference, while Winthrop and Liberty round out the top 4. The Flames still have series with both High Point and Winthrop coming up, so still plenty of time to make a run at the regular season conference crown. All of that before Liberty hosts the Big South tournament in late May.
Well, we turn our attention to lacrosse, where the Lady Flames were looking to regroup after their first conference loss of the season. Standing in their way, once again, those Longwood Lancers. And you have to feel bad for Longwood right from the get-go in this one. Liberty would race out to a 5-0 lead in the first 4 minutes of this game. The Flames would never have to look in the rearview mirror either. Kayla Foster, who we typically know for her goal-scoring touch, was dishing it out on this day. Foster would go on to set a program record with 10 assists. This also matched the Big South record, and also her 10 assists are the highest total in any D1 athlete's game so far this spring. Sophomore Hannah Quast, she would also come out big. She would deposit 4 goals, while Abby Britton would collect 3, along with Jenna Joyal. Flames also would eventually just take this game 22-7. It was a smoke show, setting a new program record for wins at 10. Now the Flames will turn their attention to keeping their home record perfect as Winthrop will come into town.
Well, the tennis season is in its home stretch, and so too is the collegiate career of senior Evangeline Christ. Christ was celebrated on Senior Day before their match against Gardner-Webb. She was the lone senior on the squad this year and is finishing her career by rewriting the record books. In this match, she would tie the program record with her 87th singles victory. She's since broken that mark. Inspired by the seniors' play, the Lady Flames handled Gardner-Webb easily 6-1. LU now looks ahead to the postseason, where they will be the 2nd seed when the Big South tournament begins in Rock Hill, South Carolina on April 18th.
Senior day for the Liberty men as well. Flames paying tribute to Sam Matheson, Sam Brown, and Diego Castano. Winthrop entered the match undefeated in Big South play. It'd be a tough match for Liberty, and they would have to battle from behind in this one as well. The Eagles would earn the doubles point. Singles play would be a battle. Liberty and Winthrop would split the singles portion 3-3. Eddie Gutierrez dominated his match, knocking off Leandros Papianas 6-0, 6-0. Unfortunately, the lost doubles point would come back to bite the Flames as they would drop their match 4-3. Well, coming up, Matt sits down with new volleyball coach Trevor Johnson to discuss the future of Flames volleyball.
And we turn up the heat for another warm, hot in fuego. That's when Game On returns.
We the people. We are innovators, dreamers, leaders. Yeah, we feel pain. We get tired. But it won't stop us. God's call is our pursuit, and we will champion His name.
You might have heard some things about Liberty University, like how we're just a little Christian school in the middle of nowhere. And there's nothing to do here. I mean, come on. You know us. Boring.
Boring?
Yeah, they say we don't work as hard, think as hard, try as hard.
I object.
The truth is, well, we might surprise you.
Each morning begins around 7. I make breakfast for the kids and get them ready for the day. Mornings can be hectic as I'm running my business from home, and when the kids nap, it's the perfect time to work on my courses. By studying at Liberty University without set login times, I am able to craft my own schedule around what works best for my life. This flexibility allows me to work on my assignments during the day so I can spend time with my husband after he gets home from work. As a parent, I have to balance the week from my daughter's dance class to teaching ballet to church activities. Studying online has allowed me to invest in my education while being a strong example to my children. My name is Kimberly. I'm a mom, a business owner, and a Liberty University student.
Welcome back to the show. Being a head coach at any level is about more than just X's and O's. It's also about building a culture and establishing relationships. During his first months on the job, new Liberty Volleyball coach Trevor Johnson is doing just that. Recently, I sat down with him to talk about his first days at Liberty and his plans to take the program to new heights. You've been on the job now coming up on 4 months. Has there been a decision or a moment or something you've done in those first 4 months that you would say, this has been the most important thing so far that I've done in my time here with this program?
Yeah, I think it's just establishing our culture. You know, what kind of team are we going to be? You know, those first couple of weeks, we just got after it in the gym, and it wasn't a lot of teaching. It was just, hey, you want to go hard? Let's go hard. So the response from the girls has been awesome. It's a great group of girls. You know, they're really smart, 3.6 GPA.
Yeah.
You know, so they're all here for the right reasons. I think just getting them to train the right way and how we want to train has been really good. So I think just getting that in place has really helped our gym culture.
What's that like walking into a new situation where you're walking into a team, introducing yourself for the first time and expecting them to almost completely trust you right away? What's that situation like, and how do you try to earn that trust?
Yeah, well, first there's a lot of prayer,
yeah.
And you know, God just speak through me, and again, it's not about me. You know, it's how can I help them? How can I serve them?
Good, good, good. Way to get on top of that ball.
It was a little nerve-wracking at first, just to get to know them, and I'm sure it was nerve-wracking for them to get to know me, and we're still building that relationship.
How would you describe your coaching philosophy, maybe your coaching style even?
Yeah. I think I'm a little bit more relational.
Hey, Kaden, great job of loading your arm.
It's not a top-down model.
Yeah.
I like to lead from the middle. So I'll ask the girls, hey, what should we do today in practice? What's your favorite drill? I want to get to know them more on a deeper level. I think I'm going to love them, I'm going to serve them, I'm going to care for them. And so that to me is very important. So I'm not a yeller and screamer, but I mean, sometimes if they're not going hard,
sure.
Or you know, if the effort or attitude is not good, then of course we'll address it. But you know, if you make a mistake, I'm not going to run you to the ground, or maybe some push-ups, some sit-ups, or you know, a couple of cartwheels, or whatever. I want them to want to make mistakes, and you have to make mistakes to get better. That's what we're trying to do. We're just trying to get 1 degree better every day, and you know, we're trying not to compare ourselves to anybody else. So even on our team, just be the best you. Let's be the best Liberty that we can.
Would you say, and you say you're not maybe a highly emotional coach, are you more of an analytical? Do you like kind of breaking down the numbers, the percentages, or is that kind of your thing?
Yeah, that's kind of important to me. Facts are very important, you know, compared to opinion. So I'll look at some stats, and you know, maybe the stats are telling me something different than my eye.
Yeah.
And I think your eye kind of lies sometimes, but yeah, I think that's very important. I do get emotional when someone does something great, and I'll jump up and down and give them a high five, or You know, sometimes you'll see me on the sideline jump and try and hit the ball as well. And, and I love being excited. So I'm very even keel. I don't get too high or too low. It's just, here's where we're at. You know, when it's 22 all, I don't want them to think, hey, coach is getting freaked out, you know, so I don't want to freak out. And here's where we're at, here's where we need to go, and here's how we're going to do it.
It's that laid-back Californian in you,
yeah,
isn't it?
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, maybe.
You guys, in your spring season now, is this spring season maybe more important than ones in the future in that you're trying to find out what you have, how it translates, how what you've seen in the practice maybe translates to a game with these girls? Is it more important maybe in this your first go-round?
Yeah, I think so. And again, it goes back to this establishing the culture. And now that it has been established, the girls they already know the expectations of the gym and in the weight room, in the classroom, and how we're going to conduct ourselves on the court, off the court, for the future, you know, Lady Flames. So as we're trying to do something special here, it's going to start with these girls right now.
Liberty announced recently the new arena they're going to build, and that's going to impact you, your new home.
Yeah.
As a coach, as a leader of a program, you see something like that, and you've coached all throughout the ranks. What can that do for a program having a place like that?
I think that's huge, you know, in terms of recruiting, and, you know, kids these days, they want the newest and brightest, you know, and this is going to set us apart for sure, and not only in the Big South, but I think in the country. And just being able to have a smaller arena just to pack it out more with fans and to really have that home court atmosphere, I think would be awesome. And, you know, it's going to be really exciting for our fans, you know, these next several years, Liberty Volleyball. So I'm stoked.
We're all stoked, right? Yeah. Good to catch up with Coach Johnson. Excited to see where this program is headed in the future. All right, we know where the show is headed. Headed to Warm, Hot, and Fuego, our most popular segment by far. Everywhere I go, I'm like, oh, you're the guy from Game On. Yeah, you work with Red. Yeah. No. Warm, Hot, and Fuego. That everybody loves it. So everywhere I go, I feel like I'm overshadowed by you, Red. That's okay.
I'm just glad I can contribute in a small way.
Yeah. You know, you go home at night and wife's like, what happened to Warm, Hot, and Fuego? I'm like, listen, it's not all about Warm, Hot, and Fuego, but we are happy to bring it to you here today. Let's begin with Warm as we name the top 3 athletes here at Liberty over the past week.
Garrett Price, this young man, Big South Pitcher of the Week. And this guy, take a look at this photo.
Oof.
Hard to believe, just like a week ago, this guy got a comebacker right to the face.
Off the face.
Out a week later, you think he might be a little tentative, you know, throwing and ducking. No, this guy goes out and throws a no-no into the 7th. A tremendous performance by him and just shows a lot of character and courage. K'd up 7, only walked 2. It's kind of like only walking 2. That's pretty solid. And then on the year, he has struck out 46 and has only walked 6. Wow. Yeah, that is some great control. Great job by him. A young guy, too, an LCA product. So good to see him coming into the Liberty fold here in his second year and doing some solid work. And, you know, just sometimes you see at the collegiate level, you and I watch a lot of games, you get guys in there a little wild with the control, but not him. He's got it locked down.
And a tough mindset to come back after taking one off the face like that. Step right back up there and be a bulldog. Great job by him. Glad he's healthy once again.
For sure.
All right, from warm now to hot.
Hot here, Kayla Foster, and it just was a few days ago. This young lady had just a performance of a lifetime, really, a program record 10 assists. And she's just handing out apples left and right. And she's putting these ladies in quality scoring areas. It wasn't like she was just like a pass and then somebody would, you know, juke or dodge and find space for themselves. She was placing them in open areas like you see right there on your screen and enabling them to get quality scoring chances. So, like we said, usually she's the goal scorer and she's got some moves of her own, but man, 10 assists. Like, you just have to have that day where your vision, everything's in slow motion. You're seeing pockets, you're seeing plays develop before they happen. And she just had an amazing day. Most assists in a single game in the NCAA this season to talk about that. So that's huge.
Great performance by her. Apparently there's one better, at least according to Rhett McGibbon. All complaints, you can let him know. Who's in Fuego? Who'd you take this week?
Evangeline Christ, and I don't think you can go any other way. And this is kind of, you know, this is this week, but this is also the past 4 years. This young lady, she broke the records, singles and doubles wins. She's now the leader in both with 88 singles and 91 doubles. She currently sits at 89 and 93. And it's just, she is the definition of consistency. If you look at her 4 years here, year 1 she had 21 wins. A little dip there in year 2 with 17, but then 25 wins back-to-back her junior and senior season. And she's a methodical player. She's not the one that's gonna overtake you with power or finesse. She's just plays the percentages, plays tennis really the right way, a really masterful, educated way, and she does a great job, and it's been great to watch her play here.
It certainly has been. Rhett, great job as always by you. Coming up, we hear from big league pitcher Adam Wainwright about how he lives out his faith while playing at the highest level, and we tell you where you can find some former Liberty baseball players this summer. That's all when Game On returns.
We the champions, in order to affirm our tradition of unwavering faith, ignite a passion for wisdom, challenge perspectives, inspire creativity, and pursue knowledge. Do resolve to be the voice for the voiceless, bring healing to the hurting, fight for the oppressed, defend freedom, defy stereotypes, and follow God's calling wherever it may lead.
I used to watch the medical shows on TV when I was younger, and I wanted to be like the doctors and the nurses. But I think nursing was a really good fit for me because of the holistic approach that they take. There was a point in my nursing career that I was ready to go back. I actually remember 2 patients in particular telling me that they could see me doing more. The FNP-DNP program is obtaining a family nurse practitioner degree. The DNP is the Doctor of Nursing Practice. My husband and I love to go on mission trips, and we've been on a few medical mission trips. And I believe that the FNP-DNP degree will really open up the door on the mission field a lot more. I think there was a few things that stood out on this campus. Number one, how kind people were to each other and how much the faculty truly cared for us as students, wanting us to succeed in pursuing higher education.
Judgment Day, it's coming. Judgment Day, it's coming. Judgment Day is coming for you, it's coming for you.
Welcome to Liberty University.
We are so glad that you are here.
We hope that while on campus,
you will experience God's goodness
and recognize His abundant blessings and faithfulness.
From our thriving academics with over 200 programs
and our close-knit community to our state-of-the-art facilities and residence halls,
you will see that the Lord is integrated into each part of this university.
Fun and excitement also await you here as you attend football games,
basketball games, concerts,
campus community,
convocation 3 times each week,
and much more, while developing relationships that will last a lifetime.
Each of us has a different path during our time here,
but we have at least one thing in common.
Not leaving this university the same as when we came.
I love this school.
I love this school.
I love this school, and I hope you will too.
Welcome home.
Welcome home.
Welcome home.
Hey there, friends. Welcome back to the show. We're glad you're here. You know, competing in the professional ranks provides athletes with an amazing platform to share their faith. But with the good also comes the bad, extended time away from family, and also the constant battle against pride. Well, St. Louis Cardinals pitcher Adam Wainwright talks to us about how he deals with being a big leaguer in his own words.
What I'm called to first is to lead a Christ-like life for myself and for my family, be that spiritual mentor and leader for my family. When I'm at home, it's easy. You know, when I'm at home, especially in the off season, when we get our time together as a family, things become normal. But during this season, when I'm traveling a lot and I come home, it's really hard to just walk in and knowing that I missed. You know, sometimes I get home, my 2-year-old has done something completely new for the first time, and I missed it. So it's not hard to be dad, but it's hard to know that I'm leaving again in 7 days, and so it's hard to get on a schedule with them. But what we make sure we always do is we keep the Lord close on our heart and close on our tongue. So we talk about God a lot. We talk about leading Christ-like lives a lot. Baseball can become an idol. It can be a wedge driven between you and God. And I haven't found anything else in my life that can be as big a wedge as baseball, actually. It's something I check myself on often because
when you're going great, the world tells you you're great. And when you have a couple of bad starts or a couple of bad at-bats for our hitters, you know, the world tells you you're not very good. And it's such a results-driven profession that we have that if you find your identity in baseball, you're going to constantly think you're great or you're going to constantly think you stink. And that's just not the way we're called to live. Our identity lies in Jesus Christ, and that is it. And He's given us the talent, He's given us the strength to go out and perform. I'm not saying that He wants me to go out and have a perfect season, but I do think He wants me to have an impact for the kingdom in whatever that may be. So if we're repping Jesus Christ with our mouths, we need to be repping it with our lives too. I pray every day before I go out and pitch that my teammates would look at me while I'm performing and know who I'm playing for. They would feel not my strength, but God's strength. And also that my foes would feel the same thing. I pray that every time before I start. I mean, really, what am I getting out of it if I'm not using my life and my platform to spread the word about Jesus and His Father's incredible grace? When we do that effectively, we have an impact for the Christ kingdom. And when we don't, we're wasting our lives.
Some great words from Adam Wainwright, who I once followed into an Atlanta airport men's restroom.
Did you?
Not on purpose. I wasn't stalking, just coincidence. But that's a story for another time, perhaps. Major League Baseball is in full swing. Minor League Baseball now underway for many affiliates as well, and Liberty is well represented as the season begins. Take a look at these guys. These are the guys we'll be keeping an eye on this summer. Ryan Cordell, he's at AAA Charlotte in the White Sox system. Very nearly made the big club out of spring training. Probably will make it at some point this year. Ian Parmley, AAA Buffalo in the Blue Jays system. Remember, he played with Toronto for a few games last year. And then Caleb Evans, Parker Bean, both pitching in the A's and Brewers systems respectively. They're waiting to see which affiliate they'll play for, while Adam Parks continues his comeback from elbow surgery. So we'll keep an eye on those guys this summer. Hopefully give you lots of good reports on their progress throughout the season. Maybe even catch up with a few of them out on the road as well. So be on the lookout for that. Hey, we're about out of time this week. As always, we want to remind you to hit us up on social media at GameOnLU on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Check out our stuff, but also give us a little feedback. Chat us up.
Yeah.
We'd love to hear from you.
Check out our website as well, GameOnLU.com. Use the searching feature. It's great. Yes. Go back and find a couple of old stories from the good old days when I used to have less gray hair.
Yeah, you can see how much we've aged. Yeah. Our wives do that. It's a lot of fun. Hey, he's Ryan McGibbon. I'm Matt Warner. Thank you so much for watching this week. We'll see you right back here at Game On next time.
Every athlete has a story. Why do they strive, sweat, struggle? What drives them? They risk injury. They risk defeat. Is it just about who can run faster, longer? Who can throw a ball harder? Are they just doing this for a game? Or is it about how this struggle changes them? We are here to ask those questions. We are here to tell that story. We are Game On.